are going to do the Leo July Tarotscope. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you find that the reading doesn't resonate, you can always check your moon rising or Venus placements, because sometimes those will resonate more. And I do offer personal readings. You can get all that information in the description box. Alright, Leos, let us see what July has in store for you. Let's see what energy to expect. What are the messages you need to? I do feel like there's a message to slow down. To slow down and like refocus, or like re-clarify the situation, or re-clarify your goals, re-clarify your focus. Because it's like you're like gung-ho, like on the, moving towards this goal, moving towards this goal, moving towards this goal. Like you're not slowing down. But it's like you need to like stop and reevaluate like where you're like, okay, what am I doing? Like, what am I doing? What is my goal? What is my desire? It's like there's a need to kind of slow down and reevaluate. It's also kind of this energy like you're moving so fast that you're not really basing your actions and decisions on your intuition or on what is going on in the moment. It's like you're leading with assumptions, and there's just a need to kind of like, again, it's like re-clarify your thoughts about a situation, re-clarify your perceptions about another person. Like slow down and be more present and pay attention to what is going on in the moment. Like there's a need to like ask yourself, like, what is it that is motivating you right now? Like, what is your motivation? Why are you pursuing so fiercely this particular goal or this particular person? Because for some of you, I almost feel like it's like you're trying to like subconsciously like seek some sort of retribution, or seek some sort of validation that you're right, or it's like your fuel or your motivation is because somebody fucked you over like 2 months ago and you're never gonna let that happen again. And it's like your motive, like some of your motivations or what is fueling you is coming from like a lower vibration. It's like you're being motivated by fear, or you're motivated by shame, or you're motivated by pride, by like trying to prove yourself, right? You're trying to prove that, or you're motivated by heartache, and there's a need to kind of like forgive. It's kind of like, it's not saying that you're pursuing the wrong thing. It's not saying that you're moving in the wrong direction, but it's like you need to like reevaluate the purpose, the intentions, the energy that you're putting behind it. Because if it's fear-based, or if it's like to prove a point, or anything lower vibration, you're not going to get the results that you're wanting to get, right? Because the universe is matching your energy. So if your motivation is revenge, right, that's the energy that you're going to get in return. And the thing is, like, you're moving so fiercely with this energy that you are going to get what you want, but it's going to show up at the same level of consciousness that you're at. Ooh, I feel like I need to... what you see manifest is based on your level of consciousness. Whether you're sitting in a place, whether you're consistently in a place of love or more consistently in a place of fear, whether you're in a wounded inner child space or whether you're in a healed inner child space. Like, what is showing up for you is based on your level of consciousness. So slow down a little bit and just kind of like, again, like recheck in with yourself every day. Okay, what's my motivation? What is fueling my energy? Where am I getting my energy from? That's also important. You're Leo. You're ruled by the solar plexus and the sacral chakra, right? Your solar plexus is your ego. It's your energy. It's your fire. And so you really need to be more mindful of your energy at all times than most people. You don't want to let yourself burn out, because that's the core of who you are, right? All right, so let's see if we can get a little bit more clarification on this message. Leo is also like an inner child energy. Leo like is the energy of the inner child, because the inner child is like creative and unconditionally loving and fearless, right? You are the inner child. And so you more than most people are going to have to make sure that it's not your wounded inner child that's kind of running the show, right? Because your wounded inner child is like wanting that validation from your parents, wanting that love from your parents, wanting that praise, right? Wanting that attention, right? But your healed inner child is kind of recognizing that I can have fun, I can be joyful, and I am creating this. I don't need the validation. I am the validation, right? Yeah, okay. Ooh, I like... There's like... It's like you've been this person that is doing all of these things for other people. You've been trying to help other people. You've been trying to be there for other people. You've been supportive of other people. But at the same time, you have needed love, right? You have needed support. But your mind space is like, okay, if this is what I want, then I have to be everything to everybody else. And that's not how it works, because we have to leave space we can't give what we don't have ourselves, right? And I kind of feel like you've been in that space for so long. You've built up a lot of resentment because you're doing a bunch of shit for people. You're sacrificing yourself for other people while you yourself are in survival mode, right? You yourself are suffering. You yourself need support, and you're not seeing these people show up for you, right? Because in some aspect, these people don't think that you need anything, because you're always like Johnny on the spot for them. They just assume you've got it together because you're a Leo. You give the impression that I'm a fucking beast. I don't need shit, right? So people just don't assume that you need anything. And so you've been sacrificing yourself. And and also for some of you, I feel like maybe like some of your help and support for other people has gone to like codependent people or people with addictive behaviors, to the point that like you're not really helping them, it's more like enabling them. And so you're helping people and you're not seeing them get into a better space, and then it's really pissing you off, and then you're judging them and you're questioning why they can't get their shit together. At the end of the day, you haven't really been focusing on your dreams and your desires. It's, let me help these people so I can get this support back to go after my dreams. But pull that back. You know what I mean? Don't stop helping people. Don't stop being there for people. But you have limits, right? And in some aspect, kind of ask yourself, has this created a lot of resentment in me, right? And how can I work to release that? All right, let's see if we can get more clarity on this message. You're showing up as Nine of Pentacles. Like, I don't need nobody. I don't need shit. You're showing up as Nine of Pentacles. Like, that's a really good, it's a good space of independence. It's a lot of like really valuable like personal growth. I feel like the last 9 months have been like a really significant period of like personal growth for you. Maybe not external, but like personal growth. I do feel like there's a lot of stuff that you are kind of dealing with alone. And if you look at this Nine of Pentacles, she has a mask on. So it's like you've got all this stuff going on, and to other people it looks easy and perfect and put together. And I feel like other people don't know if whether or not you're suffering, how much you're struggling, right? People just think you have it together. And so I feel like the energy's kind of getting scattered. I feel like you're kind of in this space where you, again, like you don't feel like you have a lot of support. You're trying to trust. You're also at this place in your growth where you can't take the next step alone. And that doesn't mean that you need to be dependent on somebody, but it's like the next step, you'd be better off not going at it alone. But I kind of feel like because you are the person that is helping everybody, and you probably help a lot of ungrateful people, you have a negative perception in terms of like needing help. Like you don't want to need help. You don't want to have to ask for help because you feel like it's a bad look. But I feel like the next step does, Hermit and Nine of Pentacles. The next step does, it's like you're gonna have to admit on this next step that you're a beginner. Like this is a new thing for you. This is a new experience. You're meant to be learning. You're meant to be it's like you're a small fish in a big pond. I feel like it's like the teacher has become the student. Like there's some kind of energy like that. Yeah, but there's the Five of Swords, and that has that mask too. It's like you're feeling like you're all alone. The Five of Swords is somebody that does hold resentment, that has been hurt before, right? That's very protective of themselves. But the yeah, the purpose is you, Two of Cups. You're not meant to take this next step alone. There's a partnership that you're needing to form, but you can't form this partnership if your inner child is triggered and you're trying to kind of protect yourself. But the challenge is, I feel like you have become very comfortable in your hermit phase. You're very comfortable in your own space and in your own bubble. And connecting to somebody means you're going to have to put yourself out there. You're going to have to risk being seen. You're a Leo, but there's an aspect of yourself that you don't want people to see. And that's what is required. Some of you, it's like I feel like you're reaching... It's like you're reaching some level of success really quickly, and you're not going to, it's going to be difficult to go at this alone. Yeah, so it's like you have to be willing to kind of push through your comfort zone. And also it's like you're being guided to re-examine your set beliefs about certain people, your beliefs about help, your beliefs about support. Like you're being guided to like re-examine the beliefs that you've held for a long period of time about other people, about your values, about how you're perceiving things. Your guidance is judgment. Like it's time. It's go time. Answer the call. It's like you're in a really powerful position to make like a really powerful shift for yourself. But it requires that you be able to confidently lead with your heart, not in a prideful way, not in a I got this all by myself kind of way, but like a willingness to lean on support, a willingness to be open to love, be open to receiving support. It's funny, Cancer got a little bit of a similar message. Like there was a need to be willing to kind of be transparent. So if you have Cancer in your chart or you're connected to a Cancer, you might want to watch that reading. What you're not seeing is 9 of Cups. Like this is your wish fulfillment, but it requires that you be open to a different way of moving. It requires you to be able to kind of tap into your creativity, and you can't really tap into your creativity if you're like fiercely in survival mode. It's like being willing to be vulnerable. All right. Love you guys. Have a good month.